Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Friday, April 27th, and this is the weekend market overview. Looking at a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm just going to start on out. Okay, starting with the Dow. Nice day, kind of muted, ending with a spinning top, staying above the upper price consensus level, bumping its head on the upper Bollinger Band, causing it to slow down, and getting at its peak really close to the previous high, but just not quite getting there. Not far away at all. Those things are pretty good. Short-term moving average is pointing up, bouncing away from the long-term moving average bar. Middle Bollinger Band below everything. Not bad. More importantly, the 14-day RSI moving average leveling out. That's a big deal. It's taken a lot to do it, but it has done it. Stochastics high, still pointing up. CCI leveling out, very high. RSI ticking up. Histogram ticking up. MACD ticking up. Overall, very, very bullish looking day chart. Absolutely. It's not to say that everything is perfect, because if we go to the 60-minute time frame, yeah, we've come a long ways. Higher highs for the most part, higher lows with a couple of exceptions. But look at this, 14-day RSI moving average, end of the day leveling out, stochastics rolling over, CCI rolling over, RSI rolling over, MACD rolling over, MACD histogram sloping down. It looks in the 60-minute time frame that a little bit of rest would be in order, and could be big, could be small, we just don't know. And a lot of it's going to hinge on the Euro news over the weekend, just the way it is. But getting back to, what's this, 13,120 would be completely fine. That would be a very decent pullback in the 60-minute time frame, and would correspond with a bar retest. So, guess we'll see what happens there. SBUX, yeah, we have some bullish indications here. Yes, it's a small spinning top similar to the Dow. Yes, it's bumping its head on the upper Bollinger Band just like the Dow, but it closed above the major price consensus level for the first time in quite a while, and that is definitely bullish. Only have about 40 points to go, just over 40 points before we bust the top, if we're going to bust it. 14-day RSI moving average leveling out, stochastics still running up, CCI still pointing up, RSI pointing up, histogram ticking up, MACD getting the bullish cross. Looks great in the daily. 60-minute, very similar to the Dow. 14-day RSI moving average leveling out, stochastics rolling over, CCI ticking down, RSI ticking down, histogram ticking down, MACD ticking down, looking for a bearish cross in 60. And yeah, it makes sense with it bumping its head in the daily against the upper Bollinger Band. So a little bit of a reset, be completely fine. CompQ, the NASDAQ, also ending with a spinning top, not quite bumping its head on the upper Bollinger Band, closing above the major price consensus level for the first time in a good long stretch. 14-day RSI moving average is still pointing down though. Stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, getting to the zero. MACD looking for a bullish cross. It's pretty. It's pretty in the daily. That's just what it is. The VIX ran right into the lower Bollinger Band, bounced off of it, and that'll give it some room come Monday for further downside. Kissing the upper price consensus level, backing away slightly. Middle Bollinger Band above everything. Short-term moving averages pointing down. 14-day RSI moving average leveling out. And we've been talking about this one, that it's been in a warning area for a while now, for about a week, and yep, today it leveled out. Stochastics heading down, CCI ticking up slightly, RSI down, histogram down, bearish cross more than completed, MACD histogram ticking down. So yep, not a pretty chart. Certainly has enough room in the 14-day RSI moving average over the course of the next week or two to go down and test the previous low, sub 14. So very important level. Yeah, we have ways to go. Being in the 16s is not a good sign though. Way far away from the 20, which is really where you start to get some good question marks in the market overall, and so being that far below it, not a good sign. TNA, this one did great today, but closed above the upper Bollinger Band. This doing better than SPX is a good sign. It is good for equities overall. So other than its positioning outside, yes, this is a good sign. Getting above the lower price consensus level once again, 2 days in a row. Middle Bollinger Band below everything, giving lift, and not much of a bar. Actually, it would have been a positive bar anyway, so it doesn't matter that it's moving through it. 14-day RSI moving average leveling out, stochastic still running up, the fast getting high. CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD up, definitely finishing the bullish cross. Very nice, except for that positioning. XOI, oil. We busted through the 200-day moving average yesterday, said that we need a big green bar to confirm. We did not get confirmation today. Spinning top, red, bumping its head in the upper Bollinger Band. Notice how they are clenched. So it'll be time for a big move. At the moment, it would appear that that move will be to the upside, which will be very good for the market. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. All kinds of room to move. Stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD up. It's going to take news to break this, and there may be news this weekend that'll do that. So I guess we'll find out. But no confirmation as of yet. UUP. Ooh, yeah, we peaked below the previous floor yesterday. Today getting below it definitively, and even at its lowest starting to test the previous floor, the more important floor back here, ending with a hammer, possible reversal sign, and but having a green candle below the 200 is a good sign, but it is not a big solid green candle, so or red candle, I'm sorry. So still looking for confirmation of the UUP move, but not bad. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways, not telling us anything. Stochastic still low, CCI ticking down, RSI ticking up, MACD histogram ticking down, MACD ticking down. Overall, definitely more bearish than bullish. There should be some kind of reaction at this previous floor, should we get there on Monday. And if it breaks, whoo, the bulls have all kinds of ammunition to run up. So something to be very, very cognizant about. FXE, the euro, had the Spain downgrade, and this is all it did. How about that? Closing once again above the major price consensus level, almost kissing the upper Bollinger Band. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways. Stochastics high, CCI down, RSI down, histogram very slightly up, MACD very slightly up. There should be some slowdown because hitting the upper Bollinger Band, but still, this is more bullish than bearish. It just is. We have a new intraday high, and going up here for a test of the previous high, entirely possible, 133. And that would be a good move in the market, certainly more than enough to break the recent high on the down SPX. So Going on to Apple. Yeah. Not strong yet. I guess a little bit of profit taking or whatever it is that they're doing now that it did that gigantic jump. Do I think that we're going to have a gap fill at this moment? I kind of don't think so, but someday it'll fill. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics up, CCI down, RSI down, histogram up, MACD up. Definitely more bullish than bearish. Just if I blow this up, looks like a bull flag. So it just has to break it, and it'll be going up for a retest of the all-time high. GE. More of the same. Spinning top, hitting the upper Bollinger Band, peaking above it, getting back below it before the close. Good. Making a new recent high. Getting closing above once again the lower price consensus level. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD completing the bullish cross. Definitely more bullish than bearish. So, and if that 14-day RSI moving average turns, it did lose a little bit of momentum today, and it is already pretty low. Yes, there should be a, barring news, there should be a retest of the high. Amazon. Look how crazy that is. On yesterday at the close, after they did earnings, I was actually thinking about shorting this, but decided to hold off and see what it wanted to do with itself first. And I'm glad that I did. It closed pretty darn good. Spinning top way outside the upper Bollinger Band, way outside. And getting above the 200-day moving average once again, and breaking the previous high. 14-day RSI moving average now losing steam, going sideways. Up on the CCI massively. Up on the stochastics, the RSI, the histogram, MACD. Normally you would see something like this and say, oh, this needs to get back inside the upper Bollinger Band. And normally I would completely agree. Just off the cuff, I would think that. But very, very interesting. This one needs to show some weakness before it can be shorted, and it doesn't have that as of yet. Going on to SBUX. Yeah, not a bad day. It hit the previous floor, bounced right off of it, and in with a hammer on this newly made low. So yes, there should be some reaction here. Very close to the lower Bollinger Band. Could actually look at this as the first touch of the long-term moving averages, which are strong, and having a reaction. The reaction should take it up higher. It's possible that it'll go sideways on top of it. Wait for the short-term moving averages to catch up. Middle Bollinger Band doing its cross, but not pointing down yet. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, stochastics down, CCI down, RSI down, histogram down, MACD down. They had earnings. Their earnings weren't bad, but they weren't a stellar blowout, and so we get what today looks like. I do think that the good news in the end will win out. The question will just be how far can it pull back? Is this the extent of it, which is also the upper price consensus level? So having a major target met, I think that there should be a bounce. And if the bounce is strong enough to take it to an all-time high over the next week or so, then that'll be the extent of it. But be watching with interest. What else is there? GLD. Yeah, we were liking this chart better yesterday. It did go up again. It was a red day, but red on the day, I should say. Getting back inside the bearish long-term moving average bar. Can it best the previous high? Don't know at this point. But the secondaries would seem to say yes. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up, stochastics up, CCI up, RSI down, histogram up, MACD up, completing a bullish cross. If it's going to do it, it has more than enough ammo to do it. So, pretty cool. SLV, we didn't like this one yesterday. Is it any better today? More of a hammer than a spinning top. But 14-day RSI moving average ticking up, stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD slightly up, looking for a bullish cross. At least it has some things going for it finally, but it's still way too early, way too early. And filling this gap still has to be completed. So once that's done, then we should be able to have a clearer picture, which will coincide with the lower price consensus level. At that time, we'll have a better idea. And VXX, VIX getting killed. What is VXX doing? Well, it's getting ever so slowly closer to the previous floor. It seems likely that it will get there, and then we'll have to see what it does. 14-day RSI moving average is still ticking up, CCI up, stochastics down, RSI down, looking for a bullish cross on the MACD, MACD histogram down, not attractive, doji star, short-term moving average is pointing down, middle Bollinger Band above everything, yes, not attractive. XLF, the financials, I was noting in the daily running thread today that the banks were pretty darn pathetic and not really tracking the markets well. And sure enough, yes, it made a new recent high, but it is a hanging man bumping into the upper Bollinger Band, possible reversal candle after all of this. If there is Euro news, this is going to be what's hit, so be a very interesting weekend. 14-day RSI moving average losing some momentum, but still pointing down. Stochastics up, CCI leveling out, RSI ticking up, histogram ticking up, MACD looking for a bullish cross. Now, if this were to catch fire, the banks, see Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc., then the rally will definitely have a very large next leg up. So lots of riding on this, and even though it is weaker, there's still the potential for upward movement. Middle Bollinger Band below the short-term moving averages, bouncing away from the long-term moving average bar. If there's follow-through, it could be pretty darn big. All contingent upon Euroland, so very interesting. And that's it for now. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.